everyone say thank you, Logan. Caps lose 3-2 in a shootout to the Carolina Hurricanes. Another shootout loss for the Washington Capitals, who are 0-4 in that scenario this season. But to be honest, you take the point in this one, don't you? Even though the Caps were up late in this game and the Carolina Hurricanes, they ultimately tie it up off of a broken play there in the third period. If we are being honest with ourselves, the Washington Capitals pretty much slept through the first 40 minutes of this hockey game. They woke up certainly for the third period, but yeah, they basically played 25 minutes if you want to count the overtime period. So 25 minutes of a 65-minute hockey game. And it is largely on the strength of Logan Thompson here tonight that they are getting a standings point at all. Logan Thompson stops 36 of 39 Carolina Hurricane shots. The Caps were outshot 39-25 for the hockey game, with most of the Hurricane shots, like I said, coming during that first 40 minutes. The Caps did wake up, like I said, for the third period and overtime, thank goodness. The Caps, they outshot the Hurricanes 16-10 over the final 25 minutes, third period and overtime of this hockey game. And they ultimately end up losing in the shootout. Like I said, 0-4 in that scenario this season. They certainly need to work on their shootout performance. And all indications are that they have been. They have actually apparently called in TJ Oshie all the way from Minnesota. You remember he and his family moved back to Minnesota after retiring from the Washington Capitals organization. They have called him in here to work with the Caps at practice on shootouts. So desperate times call for desperate measures here. The Washington Capitals right now, so far this season, they cannot win a shootout to save their own lives, just as they could not win a shootout to save their own lives last season. So this has been an ongoing problem here. So they are calling in TJ Oshie to try and help them out of these shootout woes that they are having here. But yeah, for tonight's game, like I said, you probably take the point and go home with it happy, right? Having played only 25 minutes approximately of a 65-minute hockey game. So like I said, thank you, Logan Thompson. Let's do your scoring here, babes. So, Caps, somewhat hilariously, did score first in this hockey game. I say hilariously because I believe they were being outshot 15-5 at this point in the game. 5 minutes into the second period, though, they do score first. They get the first goal of this hockey game. Connor McMichael, he uses his wheels to skate into a beautiful pass by Alex Ovechkin. Ovi just putting that puck into space there, knowing that McMichael was going to be able to skate up on into that thing. Great play there by the Capitals captain. Puts it into space, like I said, so that Mikey can skate right into it. And Mikey, he has got the wheels to do that, turns on the Jets there to get himself the breakaway and beats the Hurricanes netminder to put the Caps up 1-0. So Connor McMichael from Alex Ovechkin, like I said, on the primary assist, and Rasmus Sandin as well on the secondary assist. Then after that, still in the second period here, the Carolina Hurricanes, they get a goal that they probably deserved to make it 1-1, Nikolai Ehlers. And so 1-1 game, and that is ultimately how the second period would end. And the Caps, to be quite honest, like I said, lucky to be at that point in a tie game, right? Because they were being heavily outshot at this point. And so we go to the third period, where just 2 seconds into the third period, Nic Dowd of the Washington Capitals, he drops the gloves with Jordan Martinook. And absolutely massive props here to Nic Dowd. I really want to make a point of this. Like, that is a great job by him, because his team had absolutely nothing going in this hockey game. They were dead asleep, like I said, slept through the first 40 minutes. Nic Dowd here, 2 seconds into the third period, trying to wake the boys up. And it worked, as the Caps, like I said, played a much, much better third period. They outshot the Hurricanes in the final 20 minutes, and they get rewarded when Rasmus Sandin makes a great pass in the offensive zone over to none other than Nic Dowd for the pretty much wide open net tap in there to put the Caps up 2-1. Great play there by Rasmus Sandin. A great pass as well initially by Connor McMichael. Cross ice across to Rasmus Sandin, and then Rasmus Sandin, again, cross ice back the other way, finds Nic Dowd backdoor. So a great play all around there by the Washington Capitals skaters, puts them up here 2-1. So yeah, Nic Dowd, who missed quite a bit of time with injury here, he gets, like I said, his second goal of the season. Only his second goal because he did miss some time with injury. But yeah, really for me, it was, like I said, the big fight before that, right? Wakes the boys up, gets everybody into this game. The crowd included, as the crowd had not really been overly impressed with the first 40 minutes from their Washington Capitals. He wakes the crowd up, wakes his teammates up with that huge fight 2 seconds into the third period. And then ultimately he gets rewarded for it here with a, like I said, pretty much wide open net to tap the puck into here for his second goal of the season. So great work all around in the third period here by Nic Dowd. And that goal assisted, like I said, by Rasmus Sandin on the primary assist and by Connor McMichael on the secondary assist. Then 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in regulation here. The Carolina Hurricanes, they do get the tie here. Unfortunately for the Caps, on a bit of a broken play. Puck bounces right to Logan Stankoven in the slot, and he beats Logan Thompson to tie this thing up 2-2. But like I said, honestly, the Carolina Hurricanes probably did deserve that tying goal. So yeah, it was a lucky bounce for them, but this is probably one of those cases where like you get the bounces that you deserve, right? Only guy I felt bad for really was Logan Thompson, as he played a phenomenal game in net for the Washington Capitals, and he certainly deserved the win here tonight. So we go to overtime where the Caps outshoot the Hurricanes 3-0 in the overtime frame, but they cannot beat Brandon Bussey, who has, I believe, started his Carolina Hurricanes career something absolutely silly like 10-1. So yeah, Caps cannot get the overtime goal despite, like I said, outshooting the Hurricanes 3-0. And so we go to a shootout, which this is the point at which we turn off the TV, right? If we are a Washington Capitals fan, shootouts have absolutely not been kind to the Washington Capitals this season. They were not kind to the Washington Capitals last season, like I have already mentioned and like we have talked about at length already. So yeah, pretty much no point in watching once the shootout begins for the Washington Capitals. And again here tonight, they ultimately end up losing this thing in a shootout. So it will go down as a 3-2 final score in a shootout, like I said, for the Carolina Hurricanes. Whatever, you take the point. All right, babes, that is going to be it for this one. The Washington Capitals, they will be back in action on Saturday night against the Winnipeg Jets in Winnipeg. Rumored that Connor Hellebuyck may be ready to return for the Jets in that game. That would be unfortunate, of course, for the Washington Capitals. Phenomenal netminder, Connor Hellebuyck. So we will wait to see what happens here. But yeah, they will be in Winnipeg, like I said, on Saturday night. So that is the Caps' next game. After that, they head to Minnesota to take on the Wild. So tough road trip upcoming here for the Washington Capitals, but they have done very well in those scenarios so far this season. So we will keep the faith here, get ready for that one on the weekend, and then get ready for that one on Tuesday against the Wild in Minnesota. So babes, thank you all so much for watching. As always, appreciate all of you so much. If you enjoyed the video, click on that like button down below. If you really enjoyed the video, click on that subscribe button if you have not already done so, or even if you have, share us, with a friend, a family member, a coworker, any fellow Caps fan, whoever it may be. Share us around, help spread the word that we are doing these post-game reaction videos after every Washington Capitals game. Appreciate all of you so much. The channel is growing so much, which is really exciting for me. Love to see that, as I just really love being here and love chatting Washington Capitals hockey with you all. So leave me your comments down below. What did you think of this game for the Washington Capitals against the division rival Carolina Hurricanes? Caps now tied at the top of the standings with the Carolina Hurricanes in the Metropolitan Division. So like I said, it was big to at least get a point out of this game where you obviously did not have your best stuff through the first 40 minutes of this game. Caps, like I said, kind of inexplicably slept walk through the first 40 minutes. So we will hope not to see that again in Winnipeg on Saturday night. But yeah, big to at least get the point, the one standings point, like I said. And again, thank you, Logan Thompson, for that, for sure. So yeah, you guys leave me your comments down below. I always enjoy reading those. Let me know what you thought of this game and of the Capitals season so far in general. And until next time, babes, and as always, let's go, Caps.